Welcome back to Mastering MHA MBA. This is Chapter 3, and it is a personal one: Ethics and Social Responsibility. As the chapter title puts it, character does not stay home when we go to work. In Part 1, we tackle the ethical dilemmas every manager will face. Open the business news, and the scandals jump out. Wells Fargo paid $3 billion to settle a fake account scandal. Headlines like that breed cynicism. But here is the goal for your career and for any manager: hit your performance targets through ethical, responsible action, not one or the other, both. So let us start with the basics. What actually is ethics? At its heart, it is about the choices you make when right and wrong collide, and the values that guide you through them. Formally, ethics are the moral principles that set standards for what is good or bad, right or wrong in our conduct. Ethical behavior is what we accept as good and right, and it is driven by values, your deep beliefs about what is appropriate. Ethics is not a rule book you memorize, it is a compass you carry. Here is a trap to avoid: assuming that whatever is legal must be ethical. History says otherwise. Slavery was once legal. So was segregation under Jim Crow and full-time child labor. We now see all of those as deeply wrong. The law is a floor, not a ceiling. Ethics asks more than, is it legal? But people genuinely disagree about what is right. Moral absolutism says there is one universal standard that applies everywhere. Cultural relativism says ethics depends on the local context. Both have risks. Absolutism can ignore context, while relativism can be used to excuse real abuse. Good managers hold that tension. That tension gets sharp across borders. Child labor, for example, is legal in some countries. Does "when in Rome" mean a global company should go along? Most would say no, that some rights are universal and should never be traded away for lower costs. Global business means global ethical dilemmas, which brings us to the ethical dilemma: a situation where every option carries a real cost, and there is no clean, obviously right answer. Duty, loyalty, and personal gain pull against each other. A true dilemma tests your actual values, not the ones on the poster. And that knot in your stomach is often the first warning sign. In the workplace, dilemmas cluster around four common issues: discrimination and harassment, conflicts of interest, where personal gain clouds judgment, betraying the confidence of customers or employees, and misusing company resources from time to technology. Spot these four, and you can see most ethics problems coming. When people do cross the line, they rarely think of themselves as villains. They rationalize. The four classic excuses are: it's not really illegal, everyone benefits anyway, no one will ever find out, and the company will protect me. Learn to hear these excuses, especially in your own head, because that is where misconduct begins. So, who shapes whether a workplace is ethical? According to a Deloitte survey, managers do. Their behavior sets the tone. The data is striking. 91% of workers are more likely to act ethically when they have work-life balance, and the top driver of misconduct is simply a lack of personal integrity. Tone at the top is not a cliche. It is measurable. And today, a whole new category of dilemma has arrived: the ethics of artificial intelligence. When an algorithm decides who gets hired or how closely workers are watched, whose values is it following? The numbers are sobering. Around 90% of organizations now use AI, but only about 31% have a comprehensive AI policy. Add deepfakes, biased algorithms, and constant monitoring, and the European Union now treats workplace AI as high risk. Old dilemma, new machine. With all of this swirling, here is the part that is squarely on you. Your reputation is built one choice at a time. Trust takes years to earn and seconds to lose. The ethical habits you build now, even in school, are the ones you will carry into the corner office. Integrity compounds quietly over an entire career. Let us recap part 1. Ethics is values driven, and legal does not always mean ethical. People and cultures genuinely differ on what is right. Watch for the 4 rationalizations we use to excuse bad behavior. And remember that managers set the ethical tone for everyone around them. This builds on our chapter notes from Schermerhorn and Bachrach's Exploring Management 7th edition, drawing on the Deloitte Ethics Survey and the Wells Fargo case, updated with current research on AI and workplace ethics. we always show you the sources. We have named the dilemmas. In part 2, we get practical. How to actually stay ethical under pressure, from moral reasoning to whistleblowing and ethics training. If this is helping, subscribe and we will see you there.